Camera speed.
Sound production, take one.
Action!
Welcome to the Enter The Fangirls podcast. I'm Sam.
I'm Lexie, and we're two girls with the slight obsession of everything pop culture.
I just hit my camera. Off to a great start. Today, what are we, is our, half year wrapped?
Yeah.
Our favorites that we've watched so far?
Yeah, I guess so. Because apparently, we've watched a lot already this year.
I hit 100 movies the other day.
I'm at 68. I don't think I've ever watched the movies in 1 year in my entire life.
No, I don't know whether to be proud or, deeply concerned.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that counts, movies I've watched more than once, or if I've just, only new things. I think it's gotta be more than once. Because, I've watched, Mamma Mia.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we're basically just gonna be talking about it. It's not necessarily all new stuff. I think most of it is. But, some of it is, just stuff that's, new to us.
Yeah.
Things that have just kind of, stuck with us that we really enjoyed that we watched this year. It's not everything because we're going to do our pop culture wrapped at the end of the year again.
Yeah.
It's going to be a thing now. So this is just our halfway point of what we liked. But, also some of this was mentioned in, a lot of this was actually mentioned probably in, what's the video called? Or Scavenger Hunt.
Scavenger Hunt, yeah.
Yeah, because we watched a lot of movies. So, yeah. Anyway, that's what we're doing. That's a long-winded way to say it. I don't know how many we have that are similar, so I'll just pop in when you mention one I watched, and you can pop in when I mention one.
Are we just gonna list all of them? Okay, so we should start off with TV shows.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've watched 23 shows this year. I've only added those 23. I haven't finished 3 of them. So, kind of sad because I normally finish everything, but it's fine.
You're in the middle of a 20-season show. I think that's okay.
Yeah, fair. Okay.
When are you on season 11? What season are you on?
15.
You already passed Machen's? Machen's in season 11.
No, I didn't pass that then. No, I'm on season 9, sorry.
I was gonna say, there's no way.
It's season 15, sorry. It's 15 seasons, that's why it's in my head.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, there's no way you missed that.
No.
Okay.
There's no way. Okay, so. The show that spent the majority of my time is ER.
That's what we were talking about.
Obsessed with it. Love it.
Down right. I'm so sorry if you can hear that. Sorry.
So, we're good. We're good. Okay, so the shows I've watched this year so far are And Just Like That, New Girl, which I didn't finish. Sorry, not sorry. The Tourist, which I mentioned for
Is that Jamie?
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say, I saw that one. I'm I feel like that's Jamie.
Yeah. Yellow Jackets, 1883, How I Met Your Father, Euphoria, The Next Level Chef, The After Party, Murderville, Sweet Magnolias, The Proud Family, ER, MasterChef Junior, Riverdale, but we don't. Yeah.
I forgot to add that bad boy.
The Masked Singer, iCarly, The Flight Attendant, Under the Banner of Heaven, which I didn't finish, The Wilds, Candy, The Staircase, which I haven't finished, and The Lincoln Lawyer.
You did finish it because you finished it with me. You just missed a couple episodes.
But that's not fully finishing it.
You're not missing much.
Okay.
Read my reviews instead. Shameless plug. I, for TV shows, watched Stranger Things, The Wilds.
Stranger Things. How the fuck did I forget about
I don't know. You've been singing the Chrissy Wake Up song for
Chrissy, wake up. Okay.
I don't like this, Chrissy. Yeah, sorry. Stranger Things, The Wilds, The Staircase, Yellow Jackets, Shining Vale, Modern Family, and Just Like That, and 1883, and Riverdale. But we don't need to talk about Riverdale.
No, we don't. We don't.
No.
So which ones did you like so far?
Well, Yellow Jackets.
So
I
good.
finally got around to watching it. I think you've mentioned in every single episode, be like, you have to watch Yellow Jackets.
Yes.
And I'm like, I will. I promise I will. And I finally got down to watching it. Literally like 2 weeks before I was getting on a plane to come see you too.
Yeah.
So like great timing. But yeah, no, I loved that. I want to rewatch it. Like that's just like
Same.
it got me.
It's so good. And I love those.
Can we rewatch it together? I need a new show.
Can we rewatch it? I thought you said, can we watch these together? And now I'm thinking about, why didn't we watch that together?
Because Ted Lasso.
I know. Fair.
We'll watch Yellow Jackets.
Sounds good. No, but it's so good. And like now I watched that right as the new year started. So that was before we filmed
When
our
season
most
2 is
anticipated.
announced, we could definitely do like a review of season 1 and like how we feel about the show as a whole in preparation for season 2. Unless you want that early, because I am down to do it early.
I will do it whenever, because
Let's rewatch it and do it.
Sounds good.
We have nothing planned for the month.
We have
we do. We have 2
planned.
We have 2
yes,
things,
we do.
Sorry.
So, but no, Yellow Jackets was so good. I love those type of shows where like it's like fight or flight, survival.
Listen, plane crashes terrify me. There is something about the shows that center around it that are so good.
So good. No, like if I knew, I think it premiered at the end of 2021 and then finished this year.
Yeah.
If I started watching it at the end of 2021, it would have ended up in our most anticipated for this year, because they start filming next month. So hopefully by the end of the year, the new season comes out, because
hopefully.
I need it.
I know.
If you haven't watched it,
I almost watched it, I think, like earlier than I actually did, but I like started at like 2 a.m. and it was like already creeping me out, and I'm just like, no, I'm just not in the mood for this yet. So then I waited like another month or 2, and then I watched it. I'm like, well, I think I binged it in like 2 days.
Yeah, no, it's like
it's very easy to get through. Definitely watch it if you haven't. Like if you don't think you'll like it, give it a shot anyway. Because like it's more than just like a weird like plane crash show. Like it's got a lot of layers to it. It's really good.
It does.
And the casting is good. And I wasn't expecting it, because I don't like some of the cast members, or so I thought.
Yeah.
I enjoyed them, and I kind of was like, low-key, why do I stand?
Fair.
Yeah. 10 out of 10, Yellow Jackets.
Yes.
I guess on the topic of plane crash shows, though, The Wild season 2 came out this year as well. I was very excited for that.
I was. It didn't like fall super flat for me.
No.
But
we definitely had like the minority opinion in that, I think.
Yeah.
Definitely. We enjoyed it. We did a whole review on it if you want to check that out.
Obviously the first season is better, but that's like with any show. But it wasn't awful. It wasn't what everyone was like worried about was.
Yeah, everybody's like, this is terrible, it's gonna be so bad. I'm like, it's really probably not. And it wasn't.
No.
It wasn't amazing, but like
No.
I enjoyed it still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was one of our most anticipated as well? I think it was.
Yes. Yeah. Because we watched it, I think, I don't know when we filmed our most anticipated thing. Because I don't think either of us watched. Did we watch The Wilds in December, or did we watch it in January?
The Wilds we watched in 2021.
Yeah, but like in what? Like, did we watch it
March?
That's when it came out. Oh my god.
Yeah.
My years are so jumbled. Anyway. Yeah. Okay. So it was not. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I watched it when it came out, and then I told you had to go watch it. You're the only person I will take TV show recommendations from, because I think most of the time we like the same TV shows.
I'm not very. I just like dark shit, which is so weird because I hate horror movies, but just dark layered stuff and like a little bit psychological. I'm
more into the movies, so I just take all your recommendations when it comes to shows, because I just don't know where to dip my toes in there.
As long as there is a good
I'm in the market for a new show. Yeah. So get thinking.
You should watch The Lincoln Lawyer.
Right. Love Nev.
While we're on the topic, that was a great show for me this year. Was it for Nev? Maybe. But It did get a little confusing at points because there was, I think, maybe 3 different storylines going on, and it's a law show, so like there's a lot of different things going on. But I was really nervous that it wasn't gonna get picked up for a second season. But it did maybe 2 weeks ago. So Nev is employed, don't you worry. So I like definitely more murder mystery shows. So the Lincoln Lawyer is more of a little bit of the law side, basically.
Yeah.
I don't even know why.
I like law shows. Like, I watched The Good Wife and took law class in high school. So, like, I enjoy that kind of stuff.
Well, I should be getting into law shows because the next show I'm watching is SVU. So if I think the 15th season of ER is going to kill me, imagine the 23 of SVU.
I don't know how you're going to do it. Speaking of law shows, though, my next one was The Staircase. It's technically a law show. It's a true crime. It has a lot of law stuff. Yeah, it's true crime. Mm-hmm. I watched this for Toni Collette. And, like, okay, all in all, I think I gave it 4 stars. Like, because on Letterboxd, it was, like, listed as, like, an actual thing. Like, I gave it a full 4 stars because it is good. But like you said with The Lincoln Lawyer, it had a lot of timelines and a lot of confusing stuff.
So Staircase is one of the ones that I started but never fully finished.
I think you're, like, 2 episodes behind.
2 or 3.
Yeah.
Because
it's so confusing.
If you don't... It's okay if you jump storylines, but if it's not clear enough when you are jumping timelines and years, it's really hard to keep up.
Because the only way you can really tell that it's in 2000, like, the only one I was ever really to be like, yes, was when Toni Collette was on screen, because she dies in the first episode.
Yeah.
And then also when Colin Firth is in prison, because I'm like, okay, so this is, like, the middle timeline. But, like, other than that, they didn't really change his appearance much to be able to, like, say, okay, this is 2003, this is the 2017 one. Yeah. Like, I would have liked to see more wrinkles, maybe some more silver hair. I'm just like, give me something to, like, help. And that was, like, one of my biggest qualms with it when I did my review every week for Telltale. I kept saying, I'm like, it's so hard to be able to pinpoint when the timeline changes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something. And, like, it was good. Like, I enjoyed it. Like, I thought, like, it kept me interested every week. But it's just, it was so confusing that it brought it down a little bit.
Yeah.
And also, it just, like, it didn't need to be 8 episodes. It could have been, like, a 4-episode series and been fine. Yeah. They drew out a lot of things.
Yeah, that's, like, another one that I watched, Under the Banner of Heaven, which I was super excited for. And I still kind of do want to finish it. I don't know if it's true crime, but it's definitely based off a book. And it's about the Mormon Church, the Church of Latter-day Saints, which if you don't know a lot about it, it's definitely a little confusing from that standpoint. And then to add the different timelines too, and just try to figure out what's going on, because there's also a lot of different characters, and the mystery was really good. But it was something about the way that it was shot. It wasn't, like, grabbing my attention, and
we are cinematography nerds now.
The cinematography was good. It was just, I think the
cinematography in The Staircase was great. I gave it 5 stars for that. That cinematography was phenomenal, dude.
I think it was just the coloring. It's very dark and eerie, and which is fun. Like, it's a crime show, but it's also time period. It's not like modern 2000s. Like, I
don't like time period. Like, I don't like.
But it wasn't.
But, like, what kind of time period?
It was like the 70s, 80s.
Oh, see, I would have liked that.
Which I should have liked too.
There's just something about it that doesn't scratch.
Yeah, because I watched Candy as well, which takes place in, like, the 70s and 80s, and it wasn't another one where I was like, it's true crime, I should love it. It was done really well. Maybe I just didn't like Candy, which I don't think you're supposed to like Candy because she fucking killed someone. And, once again, it's true crime. So, like, the ending, I kind of wanted them to actually show how Candy killed her. But if you don't know anything about the story, Candy moved and changed her name, and no one knows where the fuck she is. And she was found not guilty. So
Oh my god.
never gonna know. But Elizabeth Olsen and Lily Robb, I think is that how you pronounce her last name? HBO Max is actually putting out another show based on Candy Montgomery as well, and Elizabeth Olsen's playing Candy. So I'm interested to see their spin on it and like kind of compare the two. Which Melanie was in the Candy one, which if I got in a little phase when I watched Yellow Jackets.
It's her milk obsession. We both have some new milk obsession.
Yeah. So.
I mean, Tony's one of mine, if you couldn't guess.
Yeah.
I watched
Melanie
True Crime.
dies in it though, so.
Rip. Was she the victim?
Right. She plays Betty Gore, yeah. So I really watched for her, and Jessica Biel was in it, and she directed it. So.
Good for her. Love that for her.
Right? That's Justin Timberlake's wife, Jessica Biel.
Yeah.
Okay, just double check.
There's a lot of Jessicas.
I'm thinking of someone else, and I don't know who else I'm thinking of.
Alba?
No.
Simpson?
No. Maybe her name's Jennifer. I don't know. Someone has something with her on Twitter. Whatever.
Oh, yeah, Jennifer Beals.
Thank you. Thank you.
Flashdance.
Yes.
I didn't watch a lot of shows. I'm, like we've already said a million times, I'm more of the movie person, so a lot of mine are movies. But other new shows I watched, though, were Shining Vale, which I still want you to watch at some point, because
I do want to watch.
It's short. It's like 20-minute episodes, maybe 30, depending on like the episode. I enjoyed it. It had its moments where I'm just like it's a fine show.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not spectacular, it's not bad, it's fine. Like, it's just a little over fine.
Yeah.
The cast is great. The story is really good. I didn't like all the special effects they use. I think that was like my big thing with it. Like, they do a lot of like, because it's not a spoiler, it's literally the plot of the show, but like Courtney Cox's character is being haunted by a ghost who lived in that house. And so like when she comes in, they do like some weird thing and it almost looks like a blur effect and show that she's like possessed or something like that. But it looks really weird. I don't know how to explain it. Like, you would just have to see it. But like, I don't know, it just looked very like cheap CGI and I didn't like that. Like, it was almost like, you've never seen Twilight, but it's like almost like the way the vampires look when they run. That's what a lot of these effects looked like.
Oh.
And I just wasn't a fan of that. But like, it's very funny.
Okay.
Which I like.
It's funny.
And it has like its very creepy moments.
Yeah, that's what I'm really confused about, how you can do comedy and horror together and make it
really
both funny and scary.
It worked well. It isn't like scary.
But yeah.
It's like
cheesy scary.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
I also watched 1883, which you watched as well.
I only watched it for 2 reasons.
Okay, you watched it actually.
Yeah.
I like skimmed the episodes. If I didn't care about something, I was skipping it. We're both not Yellowstone fans. We talked about this. I don't remember the episode where we like trash Yellowstone. I'm so sorry. But yeah, we're not Yellowstone fans. We're not period piece fans. This was never going to be our show. Yeah. But Tim McGraw and Faith Hill were in it.
It wasn't a bad. Okay.
No, it was actually
I watched it. It wasn't a bad show.
It isn't.
I could not just like sit down and watch it though. Like, I was at the gym on the treadmill
watching
it.
It's very overwhelming. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It was very heavy.
Very well though.
It was very well done. They're being sent for like Emmys. They were like sent for Emmy consideration, so I'm hoping they get some noms.
I like kind of want to watch Helen Mirren and Harrison Ford in the next one just because I'm very curious.
I know. I do too. I thought you were gonna say you want to watch Yellowstone. I'm like, Alexie, we've had this conversation a lot. Are you changing on me?
No, I'm good.
No. I want to maybe see the Helen. They changed the title of the Helen Mirren one. It's now 1923 instead of 1932. It used to be 1932, now it's 1923, so they can include like the war and everything. Okay,
fine.
I don't know. I think I would like that time period more. It's less wagons, it's more like flappers.
I think
it's like Great Gatsby era.
I was gonna say Great Depression, but whatever works.
Great something. I don't know where they're going with that. I want a season 2 of 1883, but it's fine.
How are you gonna get season 2? Their daughter died.
Okay, but they did other clips where Tim and Faith have another kid, and we have no idea where it comes from.
Fair.
Like,
Fair.
and like Tim possibly dies
Where'd you get that from?
from Yellowstone. They keep having random clips thrown in there that are like, oh, this is 1900 or something like that. I'm like, I want closure. I don't get it.
Well, eventually.
See, I kind of hate anthologies.
No, I'm saying.
Like, I'm just like, just give me the answers in one so I don't have to go watch 50 things. Like, that's the whole Grey's Anatomy universe, too. They have, like, 8 shows and they do crossovers all the time.
Yeah, that's too crappy.
Like, I can't do it. But yeah, 1883 is good. Great cast.
Yeah.
If you have Sam Elliott in your cast, you're doing something right.
Very true. Very true.
And you get Faith Hill and Tim around a bathtub. And Faith Hill swearing.
And Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson's in it.
Right! Tom
I think
Hanks
I
and Rita
completely-
Wilson are everywhere lately.
Yeah.
In everything we've watched.
I think I missed Tom Hanks in it, but Rita was kind of easier to figure out.
Okay. Is he a Confederate soldier or something in this?
He might have been. I thought he was a cop, but you know what?
He's
Confederate
something.
soldier makes more sense.
Something. All I know is that Rita got drunk.
Yes, with Faith, and it was everything.
Which it was great.
It was great.
I loved it. Yeah. That was a show. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That was fun waking up every week just to like see all the Tim and Faith fans being like, here are all of her scenes, and I'm like, thank you so much.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh. Yeah. Did we talk about And Just Like That?
I don't think we really need to touch on it. We did
an episode on it.
It's getting episodes.
Yeah, it's getting a season 2.
Yeah.
It doesn't have Kim Cattrall in it.
And I don't know why they keep posting photos. I mean, articles that Samantha's coming back. Because she's not.
She's
Kim not.
Hates everybody on that show. She's never coming back. And I fully support her in that. Just let her be. She's like 60-something now. Just let the woman be.
She's doing How I Met Your Father, so.
And she's thriving.
I'm good.
And she's doing Queer as Folk.
Yeah.
I feel like she has something else on the horizon, I think. I can't remember.
She does. I think I sent it to you. I don't remember what.
I think you did. That's why I'm thinking it. Yeah.
It's something.
I mean, I'll watch season 2, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, we don't need to talk about it more.
No, we don't.
There's nothing to say. Nothing is out about it anyway.
Yeah.
I just want Aiden back.
That'd be everything.
Is that all the Oh, I watched Modern Family as well, which isn't new, but it's new to me.
Yeah.
It ended in 2020 though, so it's kind of newish.
Yeah.
I loved that though. That became like a major comfort show for me. And then after I finished it, I'm like, what am I supposed to do every morning? Because I would wake up every morning and I'd be sitting there and I would watch like a new episode of like Modern Family before I went to work because it was only 20-minute episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And like then I like finished it and I'm like, I don't know what to do anymore. Like I don't know what to do with my life. That's the hard thing about sitcoms. I'm just like, they're so easy to binge that like they go by so quick and I'm just like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, that show's really good though. It kind of lost steam towards the end, but every show does.
It does, yeah.
Yeah. 10 out of 10 though. Well, maybe an 8 out of 10 towards the end.
Fair.
Yeah. And then Riverdale, which we
trash.
We don't need to talk about it. Then I'm on to movies. So do you want to list off the rest of your shows?
Oh yeah, I list off all my shows, but there's 3 more that I just want to
for sure.
So The Tourist I mentioned in my most anticipated, which I binge watched in the beginning of the year, like I think in one day. So I don't really remember it, but it was I definitely enjoyed it. Because 1, Jamie Dornan. 2, he has amnesia, so he has 0 idea what's going on. So it's like a twisty mystery thriller because someone's also after him and wants to kill him. So if you want it's 6 episodes. If you want a good quick watch and to thirst over a man, that's the one to do it for.
A good looking man.
Yes. This one I kept hearing about from Alex's Twitter, and I was like, what's it about? Like, can it really be that good? And then it kept popping up. He posts, like, the top 10 shows for each month, and it's called The After Party. And this show is so funny. It's a comedy mystery show, which is always a great combo. And the cast isn't like super well known. There's a few characters that I've seen, or the few actors I've seen in other shows. The guy that plays, oh my god, he in Ted Lasso, he wants the Nigerian football team owner.
I literally had to look up his name the other day, and I don't remember what it was.
Okay, well, he's in the show, and he's like kind of like the main guy. There's one of the dads that's in it. He's in some comedy movie.
Sam Richardson.
Okay. Anyway, I don't know where I was going with that. This is a funny show. It's actually really fucking funny. And like it's a really good mystery too. James Franco is in it and he dies. And they're trying to figure out who killed him.
James or Dave? I didn't hear you said.
No, it might be Dave Franco.
Oh no, I didn't know if you said James or Dave.
I don't know which one's which. Who's the one in Neighbors?
The one in Neighbors.
Never mind, it's Dave Franco. Okay. Is he the one that's married to
Allison Brie?
Yeah, okay, it's Dave Franco. I lied. And they're trying to figure out who killed him, and obviously each episode's kind of based on each character and what happened to them that night and from their point of view and stuff like that.
What is this called?
The After Party.
I thought that was one of the cooking shows we watched.
No.
I don't know why, because you mentioned you're like, should I go through my Gordon Ramsay phase? And then you said this one, and then you said another show from him, and I'm just like, are they the cooking shows? Anyway, never mind.
Those were the Next Level Chef and Master Chef Junior, which I'm obsessed with Master Chef Junior, and they finally came back after 3 years. But yeah, the After Party, didn't expect it, and I love if a comedy can make me like question things and like not expect what's gonna happen, like that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's doing something right.
And then the last one's The Flight Attendant, which is another like kind of like The Tourist, where you don't really know what's gonna happen, and it's just twisty and a thriller. And Sharon Stone was in the season, so she was only in one episode, but like how could you go wrong?
Judith Light was in Shining Vale, and I was so happy. I love that woman. I completely forgot about that until you just mentioned Sharon Stone, so I don't know why I went there, but
I'm always down for a good mystery, thriller, twisty-turny show, so.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I could mention Big Little Lies, then I just watched that. It didn't feel significant to mention it, though, because, like, I liked it. It was fine.
Not
but, like,
great.
I watched it for Laura Dern. That's all I needed to see.
Mm-hmm.
I would have just watched her scenes. I should have just watched her scenes, because I wasn't really missing much, I don't think.
No, you were.
I only liked her, and I liked Nicole's character, and that's really it. So sorry to any Big Little Lies fan. I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
I'd give it like 3 stars.
It was just
Yeah. The wardrobe is great, though.
Yes, it is.
That wardrobe is great. Yeah. Are those last year's shows, though?
Yeah, those are all of them.
Okay, do you want to list off your movies? Do you have many on there? I think a lot of our movies are the same.
What movies are you listing off? Because I feel like none of them are the same. You go first, then. I'll mention. Okay.
So Jurassic World Dominion.
Mm-hmm.
X. The Lost City. I have all of like my shows and my movies mixed in with each other. Hold on. The Virgin Suicides, Reality Bites, Edward Scissorhands, Scream, Freaky Friday.
Okay.
Also, I can mention Almost Famous, considering it made my wall. Also, Heather's is on my wall here, too. You just can't see it. I'm going through a Winona Ryder phase at the moment, so I could toss Mermaids on here as well, because I have that. No, okay. Let me talk about that for a second. I'll put Mermaids on here for that reason. The freaking end scene of them dancing in the kitchen, that song has been stuck in my head for 3 days now. I'm constantly walking around like, if you want to be happy for the rest, like stuck in my head. It won't get out, and I don't mind it, but like, oh my god.
Yeah. Okay. So the movies that I watched, the new movies that I watched this year are Jurassic World Dominion, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, X, Scream, and Don't Look Up. And then my faves, which I'm
Don't Look Up came out this year.
maybe last year, but I watched
I don't
it this
remember.
year.
I didn't watch it.
But my faves from this year are I faved Scream, which now maybe I'll take back, but it was okay. Wild Things,
Oh
Silence of the
yeah.
Lambs, In
I'm
and
so
Out,
proud.
Belfast, The Birdcage, Kramer versus Kramer,
Oh.
American Beauty, Basic Instinct,
Oh, American Beauty. I loved American Beauty.
Shutter Island,
Actually, I'm adding
and
more.
that's
Hold
it.
on. I could make so many honorable mentions here. Cause like, yeah. I didn't really look through my list of the ones that I watched for the scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
Oh, I really liked Little Miss Sunshine as well. That one, like, just like the one quote really stuck with me, so like that kind of stuck around.
I also started watching the entire Marvel movie timeline this year. Yeah, I'm only on to Iron Man 2. We haven't gotten that far.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll
I only
ever
watched
do it.
4 movies in like 3 months. It's really not that impressive.
No, I don't know if I can ever do it. I want to someday, but I don't know. I need to be in the mood to do it. And I just don't really like have like a connection to them at all.
I don't really fully pay attention. I have to go back and read the synopsis to each episode just because like there's a lot that goes on. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll just get Jurassic out of the way because we just did an episode on that.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs. Sam Neill. Jeff Goldblum. Laura Dern.
Yeah.
Laura Dern's ass.
Yeah.
Send tweet. End of discussion.
Yeah.
It was good. We bumped up because, did I tell you I bumped it up to 4 stars?
Yes, you did.
Okay. My second time seeing it, I bumped it up to 4 stars because, like, I got it.
I've only seen it once, but I bumped it up to 3.5.
I need to go see it again just to, like, see if I need to bring it back down to 3.5.
I gave 3.5. Well, I
got my end game. I'm not saying who my end game is, but I got my end game. I'm still not over it. I just have the clip on my phone from TikTok, and I just like watch it. I'm like, wow.
It's so cute.
So cute. Yeah. There's really not much to say about it that we didn't say in the review. So if you're really interested in our thoughts on that, go watch that. And also watch it just because we did not understand the movie at first, and then halfway through we figure it out. And it's kind of funny. Also for Alexie's brother's great commentary, because he got it the first time.
He's too smart for me.
Yep. Can't relate. Scream was another one.
Yeah.
We were very anticipated for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The second one, not so much.
I would just like to say a big fuck you to whoever didn't want to give Neve Campbell her rightful pay. Give the woman what she wants.
Scream is not Scream.
How?
Out, Sydney
Okay, mini rant. How do you not pay Neve Campbell whatever she wants, considering she is the reason this franchise is what it is?
Yeah.
Because now Gail is the only one who can carry the franchise. Sorry to spoil it if you haven't watched, but like with Dewey dead, you really only have Courtney being the only legacy left.
Yeah.
And the new characters are not that interesting. I'm so sorry.
No, and I don't even like the new characters that they brought on.
I like Mindy and I like Chad. Like, I like them.
Yeah.
I don't love them.
No.
And they're bringing back Kirby, but I think they're going to kill her.
If they take this, it's not going to be the same without Neve.
Also,
just not.
The fact that they're taking it out of Woodsboro, it's going to, like, New York.
But that's what they did for the second one. They weren't in Woodsboro. They were in college.
But it was one setting. This is, like, going to be, like, a global affair. Aren't
Oh,
they
I
going
don't-
multiple places?
I thought it was just New York. I thought they were going to school in New York.
Okay. If that's the case, I can handle that. But I don't want like a Scream Dominion kind of thing.
No, I thought it was just they were going to New
It
York.
might be. Maybe I just was grumpy and I didn't read the full tweet. That very well could be.
I could have just completely missed it because that also happens quite often.
It's something. I don't want to say I'm not excited for it. I don't like sequels.
Yeah.
I was excited for Scream 5 because obviously, but like I don't think they needed to make another one after.
They should complete the trilogy now, which whatever, but
Not everything needs a trilogy. I say that as if Halloween isn't my favorite horror franchise and is currently in the middle of a trilogy. But their trilogy makes sense. Because that whole timeline of those movies are absolute shit. Scream only has 4 movies. So, like, there's really not a lot. They didn't retcon anything.
yeah.
So, anyway. Women for Neve Campbell.
Yeah, basically.
We also watched X. We both watched that.
Oh yeah, we did.
I loved X.
It was good. Cinematography was great. Thank you.
Cinematography
A24.
was amazing. Ty West. I don't think he was in charge of cinematography. I don't really know how all that works.
No, there's a
Because
director.
director of photography is cinematography.
No.
And then, yeah.
They have a cinematographer.
Is that not still the same thing as director of photography?
I don't think so.
Because I was watching something today and they said the director of photography and then started talking about the cinematography. Oh my god, too many words. I'm done. Loved it. Amazing cinematography. Amazing acting. I will not accept a life I do not deserve.
That was a good twist.
That was a very good twist. I'm excited. Oh, I forgot they're making a prequel to that. So that'll be on my most anticipated now. I think that's supposed to come out in like October.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
it's already
quick.
filmed. They filmed it like right
I
after
didn't
they
know
did
that.
X. So yeah, I like that. If you're into horror movies, if you're into hornos, check it out. It was a good one. I gave it 4.5 stars. And then ones that you didn't see. I saw The Lost City, which was one of my most anticipated. I loved that. I'm a sucker for a good rom-com. It was an adventure rom-com. It had Channing Tatum and Sandra Bullock. How can you expect me not to like it? Had Brad Pitt. Had a great soundtrack too. Like there's an action sequence of them running and her in a wheelbarrow while Pat Benatar plays, and I think it's amazing. Like I think they should win an Oscar just for that scene alone. Yeah, it was a good movie. Solid rom-com. Can't wait for that to come on DVD so I can buy it and complete my collection of every movie I've ever seen, basically. I buy everything I like. It's a problem.
It's not on
No
service for you?
It is now, but I want to buy.
Gotcha.
Sorry, I want to buy it on DVD. I buy everything on DVD. Yeah, I have more movies, but those are the new ones I watched.
I think the only other new one that I watched that you didn't see was Doctor Strange. Yeah, which they made Wanda really like bad, which I'm not a fan of because Wanda's my baby. And yeah, I don't have much to say about it because if you've watched, I think our Pop Culture Raft probably, I think I talked about this. I watched WandaVision out of context of Marvel. Like I didn't know anything going into it. So the only reason why I went to go see Doctor Strange was because of Wanda. So I had no prior knowledge of Doctor Strange. I try to watch TikToks. I try to get my friends to explain to me what the hell happened in the first one and everything in between that I needed to know. And I was pretty caught up. But once I like finish my whole Marvel watch and get back up there, I will have a more in-depth understanding of it. It wasn't bad. I know a lot of Marvel fans didn't love it. But a lot of questions, which I feel like that's after every single Marvel movie, or like, what the hell is going to happen? Also, Charlize Theron? How do you pronounce it? Theron?
I don't know.
Has been entered into the Marvel Universe.
I want to know what Jamie Lee Curtis is doing in the MCU. Like, is she actually coming, or was that her trolling? I need to know.
I have no idea.
Speaking of her movie, though, Everything Everywhere All at Once, I never even finished it. I'm gonna finish this. I have like 40 minutes left. No. It's not my kind of movie. It was good. The cinematography amazing. I don't get it.
Yeah, that just seemed really
It's too much. It's not my kind of movie, and I recognize that. So I didn't even I'm not even gonna. Even if I did finish it, I don't know if I could have rated it, because I'm just like, it's not for me. I'm not that audience.
Yeah.
So, the first 40 minutes, I'm scarred for life still because of the freaking paper cut scene that nobody warned me about. But anyway, another one I watched, I talked about this in our scavenger hunt episode, Virgin Suicides. Prettiest film ever. So sad, yet so beautiful. Left me so melancholy, but hopeful. And it's very weird that it could do all those things. Also, Kathleen Turner just kind of fascinates me. Like, how do you go from playing this role to being Chandler's dad in Friends? That's range, baby.
That is range.
I can't wait for you to watch that movie. I think you'll love it. That was an immediate 5-star. That was one I pulled out my phone and I'm like, nope, I don't want to go on my phone. This one I want to be glued to. Which I don't want to say that's big for me, but if a movie can make me not even want to look at my phone to check a time or anything like that,
yeah,
it's a good movie. I want to rewatch it, but I'm trying not to rewatch things as much. I mean, one of these is a rewatch that you'll hear about later.
Yeah. I even forgot the ones I said. It's fine.
Oh my god.
A lot of these I touched on in my movie scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
I think there's only 2
Just
that
don't watch our movie scavenger hunt if you want some thoughts or good movie recommendations. I want to do another 30-day movie challenge, but not 30 days. I was I could do 15, and I'm but I watch 15 a month usually anyway, so.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. So why was 30 such a challenge for me? I don't know.
Because I have 0 time. Because we have jobs.
We got no life somehow managed to be so busy when we wanted to do a 30-day movie challenge.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Oh god.
You mentioned the Birdcage.
Oh my
the
god,
Birdcage is one of your favorites. Yeah. In-N-Out was another one.
Okay, I don't think I talked about In-N-Out on the movie scavenger hunt.
Okay.
In-N-Out.
I can't remember why you watched that or when you watched that.
Maybe it was for rom-coms. When we said we wanted to do a rom-com movie.
Oh, it was for rom-coms. I was thinking about that today.
We'll eventually do it. Once again, no one's given us good rom-com recommendations that are actually comedies.
I have some, but you won't.
You have some?
I have some. I have 2 recommendations that I watched.
That are actually funny?
Yeah, but I don't know if you'll find them funny. I found them funny. It's I Could Never Be Your Woman and Destination Wedding. Destination Wedding is an anti-rom-com, but it was so anti-rom-com that it was very funny to me. I'm I relate so hard.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. Also watched this year, really enjoyed them. I can make those honorable mentions. I watched so much.
I don't even remember what I watched. It's a problem. Too many movies for me.
I'm turning you into a movie fan. I'm very proud of myself for it.
Which I have yet to watch another movie besides the Marvel stuff.
I'm finally back in my movie phase.
No, it
took me a minute. It took me a minute. After that 30-day movie challenge, I was ruined for a bit.
I can imagine. So am I. I just don't have the time to sit down and watch things, especially during the summer.
I know.
Yeah. Thank God we did that movie challenge not in the summer, because I wouldn't have watched anything.
Insane. Do you have more?
Oh yeah. So I was talking about In-N-Out.
Yeah.
In-N-Out. I know. Oh, when we're posting this, Pride Month is over, but this is a gay rom-com, and it's so stupidly funny. And I literally start off my review by saying, I didn't want to rate this movie this high, but I just couldn't rate it any lower. I gave it 4.5 stars.
I love it.
It's like, just, okay. I'm going to read this one. And these are moments in the movie. They're not really spoilers. And if you're not sold after these points,
I think I've read these.
Ready? So many standout moments from this gem. Kevin Kline punching his friend in the face at his bachelor party because he said Barbara was too old to play Yenta. Kevin Kline dressing up as a lumberjack and dancing around his house while a self-help tape screams at him to stop being a pussy. When the old ladies were doing their confessions and one of them confessed that she didn't like bridges in Madison County. Joan Cusack in a wedding dress stumbling out of a bar and screaming, "Is everybody gay?" just before getting hit by a car. An entire graduating class and their family standing up and saying, "I'm gay," in support of Kevin Kline.
Love
That
it.
last one might have been a spoiler, but just literally the stupidest movie ever. It's so funny. And the cast
Those are like the best kind of movies, though.
The cast is incredible. Kevin Kline, Tom Selleck, Joan Cusack, Debbie Reynolds, Selma Blair was at one point, Matt Dillon.
This is a good cast.
Phenomenal cast.
I will watch this at some point.
June Squibb.
Oh,
Queen.
June.
Glenn Close played herself.
As she should.
So good. I keep wanting to go back and rewatch this movie just because.
Oh, we should have watched that while we were together.
We should have. I would have been rolling on the floor.
No, instead we watched Mamma Mia and we cried.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
We're very mentally stable, clearly.
Yes. And then my last one that I watched, was Wild Things, which is another twisty, turny movie, and Neva's in it. This is when I was going through my Nev phase. Still kind of in one. And Denise Richards and Matt Dillon is in it, and Neva and Denise Richards kiss, and that's kind of hot. So
I need to watch this. I think it's on my list.
Yeah, you do. Another good mystery, which I think people in the comments said, or reviews said that they expected it. I didn't. I had a very open mind going this movie because I had zero idea what it was about. I saw the trailer kept popping up on my Facebook as a Netflix ad, and I was like, all right, let me just watch it. And there's points where I thought the movie was over, but it was like I saw an hour left. And I was like, holy shit, what else are they gonna do? And it just kept twisting and turning. Yeah,
I will watch this.
It was very good.
Speaking of phases, though, like I said, currently in my Winona Ryder phase, and now I have two new favorite movie. I have a new favorite movie. This is probably one of my favorite movies of all time now, which is so weird to say because I've only watched it once. But Reality Bites, it feels like it was written for me, injected into my veins. It's just about a bunch of 20-somethings trying to figure out their life. In the 90s. It's just such a feel-good movie, but also kind of it hits very hard. There's a line with our bestie Ethan Hawke, love you, man. But Winona's character is I was really gonna be something by the age of 23, and babe, same. And Ethan's honey, the only thing you have to be by the age of 23 is yourself. And I might have cried. I might have. It's fine. 10 out of 10 movie, soundtrack phenomenal. I kept Shazamming songs. I'm adding this one, adding this one, adding this one. So good. Immediate 5 stars. I was gonna give it 4 because it had points where I'm just does it deserve 5? I want to give it 5, but am I giving it 5 because of this cast? The cast is great. But then that ending came, the ending came, and I'm just oh my god, I'm melting. I am a puddle on the floor. This is the cutest shit I've ever seen. Because it's also a rom-com. It ends up being a romance, and Ethan Hawke looks fine as hell, and I can't believe it took us meeting him to realize that he's fine as hell.
He goes through waves. There's something
Yeah,
with
in
his
this one, he's
goatee
like,
beard thing. I'm like,
does he have that in this? I don't remember. Oh, it also has Ben Stiller
I did know that.
and Janine Garofalo, and the guy I cannot remember the name of, but he plays Phoebe's husband in Friends, the gay ice dancer one. I cannot remember his name ever, but yeah, it's a great cast. Yeah. And then the other one I watched for my Winona phase, because everything I've watched her in, I've enjoyed, which is very rare. But Edward Scissorhands fucked me up. We went on a family vacation years ago, and we went around Halloween, and the only movie that was playing on the Disney Channel was Edward Scissorhands, like back to back. So I have always had something against the movie. I'm like, this is so stupid. I hate that movie, yada yada. Never actually seen the full thing. So I watched it the other night, and I knew, like, people had said it was sad, and I'm like, okay, whatever. When I tell you I hysterically sobbed at 1 a.m. over a movie about a man with scissors for hands, I mean it. It like broke my heart a little bit. Like, it's just like one specific line when she's like, her like granddaughter at the end is like, and how do you know he's still alive? And she's like, I don't, not for sure, but before he came down here, it never snowed. And when he did, it snowed all the time. And sometimes you can still catch me dancing in it. And then it flashes back to her as a young girl, like, dancing through the snow, and then it shows Edward that the reason for the snow is because he made ice sculptures of her, and I can't. It's the cutest shit I've ever seen. It's so good. You need to see it in context.
Yeah, I'm really confused what this movie is about now.
No, I think you'd actually really like it. It's really good. It's very funny.
Okay.
It's like in the suburbs too, but like very bizarre suburbs. It was like Desperate Housewives if Desperate Housewives was made by Tim Burton. Which is something I need now.
Interesting.
It was really good. I loved it. I like want to watch it again, but like I don't know if I can watch it again. Like, it very much upset me.
Yeah.
But I mean, thank you, Winona Ryder, for making me realize that maybe I don't hate a movie I thought I hated for so many years in my life. Do you have any more movies?
No, I touched on all of them in the scavenger hunt because that's where the majority of my movies were being watched.
Yeah. Well, I have one more.
Okay.
And it's just it might be the best movie ever, you know? Freaky Friday.
Oh my god.
The phase I went through, I don't know why. I was in the mood. I'm like, because I was going through my Jamie Lee Curtis phase, which is still in it, but I'm like, I'm gonna watch Freaky Friday, just something to put on in the background while I'm playing Sims or something like that. I freaking love that movie. I gave it 5 stars. It deserves 5 stars. So funny. It makes me cry. It makes me laugh. It makes me smile. It makes me want to fall in love. It's an amazing movie, and I think it deserves all the awards. I think I watched it 3 or 4 times in a month or something like that. It was in the top 5 of my favorite movies of the month every month that I watched it. 10 out of 10 movie. If you haven't watched Freaky Friday in a while, go watch it. Especially for Jamie Lee Curtis and Chad Michael Murray singing Baby One More Time in a coffee shop.
Sometimes
that
I
is art.
Watch the original Freaky Friday.
Oh, I know, but how can you beat Lindsay Lohan?
Jodie Foster.
True. I do love Jodie Foster. Damn. Maybe I have to watch. I should have watched that for the scavenger hunt when it was watch.
Oh yeah.
I think I was
the
almost
original.
going to. I should have watched that instead of what I ended up watching, because I don't know why I chose what I watched. But okay. That's it though for me.
A lot of our stuff, I feel like, that we mentioned are most anticipated still has yet to come out, or they're
a lot
to start
of it
coming out.
Because Nope is one of mine, and that comes out next month, I believe, in July, or I guess this month by the time this is posted. I also said the Barbie movie, but I'm not really that excited for it anymore now that pictures have come out, which maybe is the opposite for everybody else. I'm just
very campy.
I know, and I don't know how I feel about it.
I'm very confused of what it's even going to be about.
I really don't know, but I don't really love the picture of Ryan Gosling. I'm like,
God.
it's something else. I don't know. Another show I'm now looking forward to is The Resort. I'm gonna be covering that. So I had to like look through shows, and that one sounds really interesting. So I will keep you updated on if that's good, because I think you might like it if it ends up being good.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm anticipating. Show-wise, I don't really think I'm anticipating. Oh, Monarch is another one that we're both waiting for.
It was supposed to come out in January 30th, and they pushed it back to the fall. And I was like, bruh.
Yeah.
Why?
Ted Lasso, too, even though.
Now the guy that plays Nate, I forgot, what's his name, Noah? Why do I feel like it's Noah?
I don't know if it is.
It's probably not, but apparently he said that.
I think it's Nick.
Maybe it's Nick.
I think
Muhammad,
it's Nick Muhammad. I think it's
okay.
Nick Muhammad.
He said that maybe Ted Lasso season 3 won't be its last season. Maybe they'll take like a few years break and then come back to it or something like that.
But if it was always meant to be a
3-season show,
just let it be. I feel like there are more I'm anticipating.
Well, Stranger Things is going to come out in like literally 5 days. We also did not touch about that, but you can obviously go watch our whole entire 2-hour-long episode.
I watched the first season when it came out, or a year after it came out or something like that. Never watched season 2. Just restarted it from the beginning. Obsessed with it now. So that's my story. You've already been a fan of it. But yeah. I'm now on the board. I'm a Jopper fan. I got you covered.
So
stay tuned for our season 2 review. Volume 2, sorry. Volume 2 review. Yeah, we're doing 2 reviews back to back. I think if everything goes right, we're doing Volume 2 of Stranger Things, and then we're doing the Black Phone, which I am seeing in an hour.
Which I will be seeing maybe not this weekend, sometime.
For our bestie Ethan Hawke.
Yes.
Oh, also another one that we're very anticipating now because we have to go see it. Leave the World Behind. And
that's going to be on Netflix.
And Maestro. Maestro?
Both are on Maestro. They're both on Netflix.
We're going to have to watch both of those now, and they better be good. I got memories attached to these babies.
I don't think Maestro will be that good just because it's a biopic.
I don't care. I don't care about the movie, but I'm going to have to watch it, and it kind of makes me mad.
But Leave the World Behind sounds kind of like a Get Out.
It does sound like Get
Out, but it sounds
like a mix between Get Out and Us. And I think I'm just thinking Us because of the beach setting.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I don't think there's anything else I'm super anticipating.
I read
besides like stuff we already mentioned.
What? Where the Crawdads Sing was all my most anticipated, and that comes out next month. I'm excited for it. It's just different. I think I mentioned this too when we were talking about our most anticipated. The image I painted in my head of what this book looks like is a lot different than what the trailer is looking like. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if that's gonna make me mad or if I will alter how I view the book.
Yeah.
So we'll see about that.
On the topic of books, though, like I'm excited for Daisy Jones and the Six. I haven't read the book. It's literally sitting on my nightstand. I do need to watch that. But I can't get over how it's written, so I'm nervous about how I'll like the show. But I'm assuming the show will be better. Because it's written through interviews. Like, it's not written normally. Like, it's written through interviews. And it's kind of weird. But I actually need to sit down and read it. I just don't have time. Very excited for the second husband of Evelyn Hugo, though, whenever that comes.
That's going to be a while.
It's a movie, not a show, which it deserves to be a show. Daisy Jones, I feel like, should be a movie, not a show. But I also haven't read that book, so don't kill me.
Wait, Daisy's going to be a show?
Daisy's going to be a show and Evelyn's going to be a movie. Which doesn't make any sense because 7 husbands make an 8-episode show.
That makes sense.
Yeah, you would think.
That's true.
Very intricate stories, too. Like, how are you going to weave this in a 2-hour movie? I'll take a 4-hour, thank you very much. God. That book is 5 stars. I want it done justice. We can do a whole thing when that casting comes out, because I'll need a rant, because I have a feeling it's not going to be good.
don't care about the book.
No, I do.
I don't even care about Daisy either. I'm surprised I read Where the Crawdads Sing because it's really not my type of book. It's a mystery and it's actually a decent mystery, but it's not dark.
There are like books I have on my to be read list. Where are they? I have The Virgin Suicides I want to read because I want to compare it to the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Gone Girl, Malibu Rising. I put Big Little Lies on here, but now I don't really want to read it. And then I want to read Leave the World Behind before the movie comes out.
My mom didn't like Malibu Rising.
I don't know how I feel about it. I like Taylor Jenkins Reid's writing.
Try not. Apparently some of the books I read are coming into movies. Thank you, TikTok, for letting me know. But I don't know. There's some of them I can't really see coming.
Oh, Wednesday is another one that we're excited for. I don't want to know when that's coming though. Probably
October. Let's be real.
Yeah.
I'm also excited for Manifest season 4, 5, one or the other. Even though that show really is confusing, but it was like one of those shows where I kept pushing myself to watch just because I need to finish shows.
Yeah. Can't
relate. But the ending made me hooked again, and the fact that it was canceled really got me mad. But thank you to Netflix for picking it up and giving me the ending I deserve. What else am I? Disenchanted.
Yeah.
Super pumped for that.
Hocus Pocus is coming out this year, I think, too.
Yes, it is.
I don't care to. I've never even seen the original. So.
Only Murders in the Building is coming out next week. It's
already?
No, it's coming out Tuesday. Shit. Yeah.
Damn.
Which I'm not as excited as the first season just because of I'm not a big fan of the guest stars that they're having. Give me Steve, Cara Delevingne, Amy Schumer, these other people too, but
I don't think I'd like this show.
No, I'm obsessed with Steve Martin and Martin Short, so literally just give me a show about them. Because they're so funny. Just Martin Short in the trailer just cracks me up, and that's all I want.
Okay.
Also, Betty Buckley and Nathan Lane, iconic Broadway stars. Like, how can you go wrong with them? But, I mean, the mystery that they left off of at the end was pretty interesting, and I need to know what happened to that woman. But other than that, I don't really care for the backstories. I just care about the mystery and the comedy between Steve Martin and Martin Short. I'll admit, Selena's also pretty funny on it, too. But other than that, I could care less about anything else going on. The trailer did seem interesting, though. They opened, like, this secret passage door to a whole other room in an apartment. And I was like, what the hell is in there?
Oh, I'm very excited for Halloween Kills.
Yes.
Or, sorry, Halloween Ends.
And
Halloween Kills was the one that already came out. I think I probably mentioned that in my most anticipated, but that's getting closer. I think we're getting a trailer soon. I apologize for the person I will become.
That should definitely.
I so need you to watch these movies just because I'm going to need to talk about this movie when it comes out. And I don't think I don't think you would watch it and understand it if you just watch the new one because it goes all the way back to the original.
Oh, yeah, no, I definitely have to watch the original first.
I'll just do a podcast episode by myself where I'm just yelling at my screen.
Fair.
That's it.
Yeah.
I don't have anything else.
I'm good. Yeah, I don't have anything else either. I feel like there is more, but I
can't
think of anything.
Yeah, I feel like there is stuff coming that I'm excited for, but I don't know what they are, if there is anything. I'm so into, like, the older stuff. I'm trying to watch more classics. Classics. Quotations. Because I'm not watching something from, like, the 30s. Like, I'm not going to watch that. This isn't from the 30s, but, like, Schindler's List, I don't have any desire to watch it. But, like, The Godfather, I'm tempted. So, like, it's just different versions of classics. I know I've talked a lot about how I don't want to watch The Godfather, but, like, I'm curious. So I kind of want to watch The Godfather.
Really long.
I know, that's why I don't want to watch it. That's it, though. So thank you for joining us on this episode of Enter the Fangirls. You can keep up with us on social media. Our Twitter is Enter Fangirls, and our YouTube and Instagram are Enter the Fangirls.
Make sure you follow us wherever you listen to your podcast, and we can't wait for you to join us on our next episode. Once again, I'm Lexie.
I'm Sam, and this has been Enter the Fangirls.